There is a story almost all of us were taught to believe. It starts early, in classrooms, in report cards, in motivational speeches, in family conversations about success and failure. It goes something like this: if you work hard enough, if you are disciplined enough, if you make the right choices, you will earn a good life. And if you don't, if you fall behind, if you struggle, then somewhere along the way, you must have failed yourself. This story feels fair, it feels motivating, it feels morally clean. This story has a name: meritocracy, a system built on the belief that people rise or fall based on merit, talent, effort, intelligence, discipline. And for a long time, this idea felt like progress. After all, meritocracy replaced older systems: aristocracy, where birth determined fate; feudalism, where mobility was impossible; divine destiny, where suffering was explained away. Meritocracy promised something new: your future is in your hands. But what happens when this promise becomes a moral judgment? What happens when success isn't just rewarded, but failure is blamed? That is where the meritocracy trap begins. Before we go further, if you appreciate slow, thoughtful explorations like this, take a moment to subscribe, like, and share this video. It helps this channel continue producing long-form ideas that question the stories we live by. Now, let's keep going. In most of human history, failure had an explanation beyond the individual: bad harvests, illness, war, fate, social position. People suffered, but they were not told their suffering proved they were inferior. Meritocracy changed that. In a meritocratic society, outcomes become personal evidence. If you succeed, it says something about who you are. If you fail, it also says something about who you are. Political philosopher Michael Sandel argues that this is the most dangerous feature of meritocracy, not inequality itself, but the belief that inequality is deserved. Because once success becomes a moral achievement, failure becomes a moral flaw. This turns social hierarchy into a hierarchy of worth, and people begin to sort themselves accordingly. Winners feel justified, losers feel ashamed. This is not just economic stratification, it is psychological stratification. Meritocracy does not only harm those who struggle, it deeply reshapes the inner world of those who succeed. Psychologists call this system justification, the tendency for people who benefit from a system to believe that system is fair and deserved. If I am successful, then the system must work. If the system works, then those who fail must be responsible. A 2018 study published in Psychological Science found that when people were reminded of meritocratic ideals, they became less empathetic toward disadvantaged groups, less supportive of redistribution, more likely to attribute poverty to laziness. Success under meritocracy becomes more than an achievement. It becomes proof of virtue. I earned this. I deserve this. I belong here. And slowly, often unconsciously, humility disappears. Luck fades from memory. The scholarships, the supportive parents, the safe neighborhood, the timing, the mentors. Meritocracy encourages the successful to narrate their lives as solo victories. And once luck disappears from the story, empathy disappears with it. If meritocracy flatters the winners, it quietly devastates everyone else. In a meritocratic culture, failure is no longer unfortunate. It is diagnostic. It tells you something is wrong with you. Sociologists studying inequality have found that people in strongly meritocratic societies experience higher levels of shame, greater anxiety about status, stronger self-blame for structural problems. A large study in American Sociological Review found that lower-income individuals living in meritocratic cultures report worse mental health than those in societies where success is less moralized. Why? Because suffering becomes private. You don't protest it. You internalize it. You ask, why can't I keep up? Why am I failing? What's wrong with me? Meritocracy turns social problems into personal pathologies. Meritocracy survives by minimizing one uncomfortable truth. Luck matters a lot. Economists like Raj Chetty have shown that where you are born predicts your future more powerfully than individual effort alone. Two children with the same intelligence and work ethic can end up with completely different lives based on family income, childhood stability, school quality, neighborhood safety, health, timing, even traits we celebrate as merit, grit, discipline, confidence, are often nurtured by stability and support. Psychologists call our failure to acknowledge this the fundamental attribution error. We overestimate character, we underestimate circumstance. Meritocracy institutionalizes this error. It turns advantage into virtue and misfortune into blame. Education is often described as the great equalizer, but in practice it functions as a sorting mechanism. Elite schools claim to reward intelligence, discipline, effort, but sociological research shows that standardized tests often measure cultural familiarity, parental investment, long-term advantage. A study in sociology of education found that academic success often reflects accumulated privilege, not raw potential. Yet students who succeed are told, "You earned this." Those who don't receive silence. This creates what scholars call meritocratic cruelty, a system that praises the winners loudly and blames the losers quietly. In meritocratic societies, work becomes identity. You're not someone who does a job, you are your productivity. Psychological research shows that when self-worth is tied to performance, burnout increases. Rest feels undeserved. Failure feels catastrophic. A 2020 study in the Journal of Occupational Health Psychology found that merit-based performance cultures significantly increase burnout, even among high achievers. Meritocracy doesn't just demand excellence, it demands constant proof of worth. Meritocracy also reshapes politics. When elites believe they earned everything, they struggle to empathize with those left behind. Political scientists have linked meritocratic rhetoric to populist resentment, institutional distrust, social fragmentation. People don't just feel economically excluded, they feel morally judged. As Sandel notes, the deepest harm of meritocracy is humiliation, being told implicitly that your struggles are your fault. The answer is not to abandon effort or excellence, it is to abandon the belief that success equals moral worth. Research shows societies that emphasize dignity over desert have higher trust, better mental health, stronger social cohesion. Human worth must be unconditional, not earned, not ranked, not measured. Meritocracy promised fairness, but it delivered arrogance at the top, shame at the bottom, anxiety everywhere. The most dangerous lie it tells is this: you are only as valuable as what you achieve. You are more than your output, more than your resume, more than your rank. And remembering that is how we begin to escape the trap. If this helped you rethink success and failure, subscribe to the channel. If it gave words to something you felt for years, like the video, and if someone you know is quietly crushed by the pressure to earn their worth, share this with them. Understanding the system is often the first step toward reclaiming dignity.